Yo,
There he is, the man himself.
man, motherfucking rappers be late to everything. My bad, my brother. God damn, man.
You good, man. I like how someone said, it's just anticipation, like we're waiting for you to come out and perform.
Oh, my bad, bro. God damn, man. Shit, man. I got off schedule, man. Shit, my bag, man.
But you good, man.
This being in the house, you lose track of time and shit. Like literally, like you lose what day it is, what track it. I just been in the fucking crib, just staying away from motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And only go out when I need to work. You know what I mean? So
okay,
it be confusing sometimes and shit.
definitely. Well, I'm about to take you back one time real quick because
All right.
I don't even know if you remember who I am, but you and my family are real close.
Okay.
Old Killer Cali from him and Fat Man. They used to be called oh man, was it Denny Entertainment or something? Benny Entertainment. But when you was a rapper, like y'all came to Indianapolis and we showed you around, you know what I mean, and did the damn do. But they from the Bay Area, but they live in that now.
You talking about when we okay, okay, I got it. I got it. When we was out there fucking with DMG.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
DMG from out there, St. Paul.
yeah. But no, in Indianapolis, not
Oh,
Memphis.
Indianapolis. I was
Indi-
just out in Indianapolis
so, yeah.
with Red,
Okay.
with Gorilla Red.
Okay.
That's your peoples?
No, he's not. But I mean, but if you're in a city, it's all good.
Yeah. Oh man, Indianapolis was lit, my nigga. Definitely lit, man. Y'all got your own shit going, man. Dumbass lit, man. Yeah, I can't wait to get back out there, man. I gotta take some of my J's out there, man. I know they sell old ass J's that's bent up at the toe. And they
Oh,
sell them motherfucker like 500, 600
hey,
old retro J's out the box. I'm like, nigga, I got so many retros that just look way better than those. So next time I come out there and bring the whole motherfucking luggage bag full of old Jordans to sell at that mall
hey,
where they sell all the old J's.
well, the thing is, back in our day, we used to get stuff and we didn't care about it, and now it's worth thousands of dollars, and some things worth
Thousands,
millions.
right? I still got that shit. I'm a hoarder. So pull all that shit out the closet, man.
Oh yeah, hey, I feel you, I feel you. But man, let's jump into the history of the man,
Let's
the
get it.
legend himself. You know,
Let's get it, my brother.
because you definitely don't need no introduction. You know what I mean? And so we just gonna go right into one of the main things. You know what I mean? It's been 20 plus years. I Got Five is still getting played like it's just came out. How does that make you feel?
Man, shit. First of all, blessed. You know what I mean? Because it don't happen like that on your first, you know what I mean, up to bat. You know what I mean? That was our first album, our first single, and we hit that motherfucker out the park, a grand slam. So that shit don't happen like that. A lot of people make hits, but to make a classic the last, decades and still get played to this day, damn near 26 years later, you know what I mean? Like it's brand new, it is a blessing. You know what I mean? Period. It's a test in the craftsmanship of the song, how it was made, the production, how well Tone Capone redid that beat. You know what I mean? How well Mike Marshall sung that hook. And the subject matter of us busting them rhymes is still relevant to this day, and it can relate to anything. Like Nike just came out with a 5 on it Air Force One, where it just got 5 different materials on it, but it's a 5 on it Air Force One. You know what I mean? They have 5 on it in the Us movie. You know what I mean? We got the big plaque right here, the big Us plaque. You know what I mean? Shout out Jordan Peele. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Us movie, they used it, and I think that kind of catapulted to the youth. Like we I think it reinvented it with the youth, the kids that never knew about the song. Now you got kids trying to play it on the piano. You got marching bands playing it, and it wasn't, as known before the movie came out. You know what I mean? As far as the newer generation, so that just was a rebirth of 5 on it with the movie. So yeah, man, salute to Tone Capone, Mike Marshall, me, Numb, Version Records, everybody that hopped on the remix, all the DJs that pumped it and got it to where it's at. It took a lot of work, a lot of money was spent. You know, you gotta pay them record. I mean, them DJ and them record pools and the radio stations. They gotta get paid. Nobody just play your shit for nothing. You know what I mean? Like you got Coach K talking about they spent $250,000 on every one of the Migos or Cardi B or somebody single, $250,000 just to get the shit on the radio and get it pumping like how you guys hear it on the daily. So that shit costs money. So it took a lot of work and money to make it is, you know, make it the classic it is today. And the fans, you know what I mean? Last but not least, the fans for fucking with it and still fucking with it to this day. You know what I mean? Salute to them. So it was a lot, but it's a blessing, man. I swear to God, it's a blessing, man. We never imagined it. And we made that song in 93, my nigga. So we held on to it for 2 years and put it out in 95.
Ooh,
The same lyrics, same shit. We had it 2 years before we even let it go, let it out there. And it still was fresh. We just had it in the motherfucking boat. Be like, okay, when we get signed, this is our first motherfucking single. So we had put out a little EP, just a condom man on it, you know what I mean, just to get the streets warm. But we already had our fucking single cocked and loaded. You know what I mean? Period. So when we got signed to Virgin, we already had I Got Five on. They said, oh, they got their single. You know, let's run it. You know what I mean? And they put that motherfucker out and it went crazy. You know?
So when y'all recorded it, did y'all even, was y'all just having fun when y'all recorded, or did y'all think, well, hey, this is gonna be that single that really put us on the map?
We both, you know what I mean? Because we knew that it was gonna be a hit and open. You know what I mean? Because we on the same label. We was at a record label called C Note Records at that time. Now we label mates with Drew Down. So Drew Down is the first artist. So we're on his album, Fools from the Streets. He has a big ass single, Pimp of the Year. That's a remake. And Banks did that beat. So that Pimp of the Year is beating their ass and open. You know what I mean? So we do that album with Ice Cream Man, everything on it and shit. Drop that, and his album is beating their ass. So now it's time to work on our album. Like, we need a single like that goddamn Pimp of the Year. We need something that's gonna hit. So, you know what I mean? We thought of the idea to use the Club Nouveau and to come up with our single. And once we record that motherfucker, we like, yeah, we got our Pimp of the Year. We just competing with our label mate. Like, our label mate, Drew, that Pimp of the Year was legendary at that time in Oakland. So we was like, yo, we need something that's just as big as Pimp of the Year. So that's what we was trying to aim for. We weren't really trying to aim for nothing else, but just to have something that come off on the record label like just as big as Drew shit. Drew shit was huge. So we wanted something just as big, and we made it with I Got Five on it, definitely.
Oh yeah, you know, and that back at that time, you know, the Bay was banging. You know, Forte was out short. The
Sure.
E40 and the Click. It's like, you know,
Right.
at that time, it's like y'all had it on lock.
Oh, and then you can't forget the Souls of Mischief. We
Yeah.
looking for something to do. Them was our influence because that's our age. You know what I mean? Them our peers. Them niggas was in high school when we in high school, except they went to Skyline and we went to Tech. You know what I mean? So yeah, we looking up to the Souls of Mischief. They was in high school signed to Jive Records. You know what I mean? So 92, 3 until infinity, that all that shit. Too Short, you know what I mean? E40 and the Click, they popping like a motherfucker. Sibo, Spice One, niggas is lit. So all of that. You know what I mean? On top of Drew Down beating their ass with Pimp of the Year, we had to step it up. Niggas was out here hitting home runs, you know? So, yeah, we was up the bat like, yeah, we got to swing this motherfucker out the fence, period. And salute to Tone Capone, you know? We made that motherfucker wet, wetter than, they still use a version that Tone Capone made. Every time they redo the Why You Treat Me So Bad, they use our version because Tone redid it so dope with the drums and to replay everything. He didn't sample that shit. He replayed the whole shit over. So that's what's dope about it.
Okay. So what is the relationship like now, you know what I mean, with, you know, with you and Numb and the rest of the artists from the Yay?
Everybody's cool. Everybody's cool. Me and Drew Down, we still rock heavy, part of the regime. You know, you see him with one of these chains on, he down with the mob. So me and Drew still mobbing, been mobbing ever since. Numb do his own thing. Numb more digital underground, he be with Money being them. So yeah, Numb still doing his thing. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing, you know.
Okay. Now let's talk about your jump over to Rap a Lot.
Hey.
You know what I mean? How did that come about, you know, with you hooking up with Jay Prince?
I gotta salute the big homie Seagram. You know, that came from Seagram. Seagram had a deal at Rap a Lot already. He's from my neighborhood, the Ville, you know, East Oakland. So we all from the same neighborhood, and he was the first one in Oakland, or matter of fact, California, with a Rap a Lot deal, period. First rapper and I was signed to Rap A Lot. He was from Oakland, Seagram, rest in peace. So when Seagram was there, you know, I was able to get on this album, and a lot of my dudes from my neighborhood work at Rap A Lot, you know, and at that time, Rap A Lot was signed to Virgin Records, just like we were signed to Virgin Records. So we label mates with Rap A Lot at this time, and they was using our producer Tone Capone, you know, for Scarface Untouchable album. Tone Capone and Mike Dean was, you know, working on Scarface shit, and then they'd come and work on Lunatic Music, which is our shit. Tone Capone and Mike Dean, they just do the production together. So in those studio sessions, you got Rap A Lot in the motherfucking building. You got Scarface working on his shit. So the whole Rap A Lot is in that studio, and then when Scarface is laying his verses, the whole Rap A Lot come to our studio while, you know, niggas is making beats and shit. So Jay Prince used to come to our studio session and just see me in the studio putting all this shit together, and barely didn't never see none when he came. He's like, yo, you doing all this shit yourself. You need a solo deal. Now, me, I'm a group, I'm a team player. I'm not thinking about no solo shit. But when he said that, and I looked around like, no, ain't nowhere to be found. This nigga out partying, and I'm in the studio putting in work and leaving his verse open. Yeah, I need a solo album. I'm doing all the fucking work. So after that, you know what I mean? After we was done with Lunatic Music, Jay Prince like, yeah, come to Rap A Lot. Let's get this shit going. And our executive producer gave us like a 2-year run around. He didn't want to sign off on the shit. I guess he felt like it'll break up the group. You know what I mean? Break up the Loonies, which I wasn't planning on breaking up with the Loonies. You know what I mean? I was thinking there was going to be some Wu-Tang shit, how you could just be a group and then you could separate through solo deals and then come back and do the group. That was my plan. So when dude finally signed off on the papers, he can't be a Loonies no more. He got to sign off, and he's not a part of this group. Like, he could really just go get a new group and do what he want to do. That's what he wanted to be part of the contract, for me to be able to do a solo deal. So I'm like, fuck it. You know, they don't want me to be in a group. I just do solo. I just go solo. So after that, the group was done because he never was able to replace me. Numbskull stopped fucking with him. So it's just Yuck solo career. So I'm over there. First album, Thugged Out the Appellation, ended up being a double album because we was waiting for the sign off for 2 years. During them 2 years, I'm recording every motherfucking day recording. So we got like 30 some fucking songs, damn near 40 songs. It'd be like, yo, put it all out. You know what I mean? This is right when Biggie did his double album. You know what I mean? So it was Pac and Biggie did the double album back to back. So it was popping right then. And I was working on this shit 97, 98, right after Biggie dropped his double. So we like, fuck it, throw the shit out, make it a double CD. And we put the whole shit out 1999 after the shit got signed off on, and the shit did good. It's approaching platinum, but we did like 80,000 the first week on a double CD that was selling for damn near $30-something. Shit was hella expensive. You know what I mean? Because it was a double CD. So yeah, we did our 1-2, man, and continue to keep beating their ass. I had a single on there called Pac We Still Ballin', a dedication to Pac. And me being so trying to keep the Pac legacy alive, I went and got the Outlaws, to remain the Outlaws, and got them on a remix. And then, you know, remix of Pac We Still Ballin'. We shoot the video and shit out there in Houston. And I get at Rap A Lot to bring the Outlaws to Rap A Lot, you know what I mean, to continue the Pac legacy and shit. So we got the Outlaws down to Rap A Lot, and they signed for a minute. They was, you know, put out their album Never Surrender, I think. They was writing songs for people, writing and shit for artists and shit. So they got a nice check out there fucking with me, you know what I mean, period. So yeah, I was ready to share the wealth. I wasn't there at Rap A Lot just trying to be there by myself. I actually bought a Looney album through there. Silver and Black, where we did the song I'm a Raider. So we bought that to Rap A Lot too. So I got them and them a check too at Rap A Lot. So yeah, I was just bringing the crew through that motherfucker. Sibo, Tech Nine, bringing everybody through that motherfucker, man. Come get some money, man. Period, you know?
Oh yeah, you know what I mean, and you know that everybody got a Jay Prince story, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, and what he meant to them in this industry. What did he mean to you?
Man, he taught me the game hands on. You know what I mean? How I learned how to run a record label and start my own record label was when I went to Rap A Lot. You know, I had the record label already, Smoke A Lot Records. I had that already. But to actually learn how to work a record label and what to do as far as pressing up vinyl, pressing up CDs, distribution, moms and pop stores that have these accounts with, these record stores that had these accounts with, um, promo, street team, all that type of shit I learned from being up under Jay. And when I asked him, I was like, you know, no, he told me, he was like, what you want me to do, man? Eat a fish or teach you how to fish? And this is when I just had an artist deal. I'm like, teach me how to fish. He's like, cool. Then he gave me the record label deal, the 50-50 joint venture where I could put out albums, you know what I mean, and be an executive producer. So he basically gave me the option to be, you could just be an artist or I could teach you how to fish and really do this shit. So he gave me that option. And besides Scarface, I was the only artist up there that had an artist deal and a record label deal. You know what I mean? So I put out the Thug Lords, me and Sibo, you know what I mean, album on there. I put out a lot of United Ghettos America 1 and 2 with the DVDs, ran it up. So yeah, he taught me how to be an executive producer, and he gave me, you know what I mean, a joint venture while I was there. You know what I mean? So salute to him. He taught a motherfucker the independent game how to get money. Like, motherfucker giving you fish, you only eat when they give you fish. You know how to fish. You can eat whenever you fucking want. Period. So he taught me the game. Straight up. Salute to Jay Prince. You know, he could have been a shicey motherfucker. Don't tell a motherfucker nothing. Just, hey, man, you just an artist and I have you on a slave deal and whatever, give you these little advances and I just keep running up on you niggas. He gave me that option because he seen my hustle, my independent grind. Like, I turn my albums in, period. I go record them on the West Coast and send them. And they put them out. I didn't need no A&R, nobody in the booth with me, nobody picking out my music, nothing. I get in that motherfucking studio and I go and I pick my music. I need Mike Dean. I need Tone Capone. I need LT Hutton. I need Grease, Dane Grease from Rough Riders. I need Pete Killer tracks from Rough Riders. You know what I mean? Just picking my production of what I want to record on, you know what I mean? And turn it in. And they, it was magic. You know what I mean? They let me work outside the box of just rap-a-lot producers, you know what I mean? And other people were just strictly rap-a-lot production. And I was able to go fuck with different producers, different rappers, everything. So I have freedom. Like, it was like, that was the most freedom I have recording as an artist, being at rap-a-lot without nobody over my motherfucking neck. Even songs when I was beefing with motherfuckers, saying niggas' names like Master P and Too Short at the time, saying niggas' names. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Keep it on wax. As long as these motherfuckers don't come over here with no bullshit, keep that shit on wax. So he had my back even when I was beefing with his peers, niggas that he get down with, like Master P. He doing business. They did a whole album together, the Homies and Thugs with Scarface. At that time, I'm going at Master P head. You know what I mean? And Jay Prince still had my back, even though he was doing business with Master P. He was like, yo, just keep that shit on wax, man. Don't touch a hair on that nigga braid. Don't touch a braid on that nigga head, or it's gonna be surprise. Period. He told P that head up. So that's probably why I never was no real street shit with me and P. You know what I mean? And actually, me and P, everybody in the squash, all my beefs are squashed. Period. Just let's say that now. But in the middle of all those beefs, he had my back. So Jay was the most downest, the realest motherfucker that I ever been signed to, period. And the richest motherfucker I ever seen in life, as far as a black man. The richest black man I ever seen, period. Like, this shit that niggas is doing, this man had Lamborghini stretch limos. Like, if you got Lamborghini stretch limos, like, he had a limo for every fucking luxury car, stretch limo version of it. He got the Lambo, he got the stretch Lambo. He got the motherfucking Rolls, you stretch Rolls. He got the motherfucking Benz, stretch Benz. He got the, you know what I mean, the Hummer, the stretch Hummer. The first time I seen the stretch motherfucking Hummer, stretch Hummers. You know what I mean? Like, everything, he had a stretch to that motherfucker, period. Like, I ain't never, he had, the branch is so fucking big. Like, what he said, he got 1,000 acres, my nigga. Like, some crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get a motherfucking, you gotta have a vehicle take you around to get to the ranch, this one, that one, that one. This man selling, got cattle and shit, got Black Angus. Like, I think he's Black Angus. Like, he sell all that Black Angus, that's him. So this man has this shit load of fucking money. And I seen this shit hands on it just was motivation. You know, like, God damn, all this from hip hop and wise investments, you know what I mean? So yeah, I learned a lot from fucking with Jay Prince, man. Mastermind, master hustler. Great guy, man. Straight up.
So, you know, over time, a lot of artists, what I mean, ended up broke. What I mean, from whatever they did, in their careers, and they had a lot of money at one point. What were some of the things that you did to make sure you didn't, fall in that situation?
Well, the thing you do is when you go down, you go up. You know what I mean? Trying to bounce back. Like, I ain't gonna say I ain't never went broke. I went broke a few times and had to go back up. But it's what you do when you on your lowest. You know what I mean? Like me, I was on my lowest because I had a divorce. And my ex-wife took everything. You know what I mean? When you got split shit and sell houses and shit to start over from the beginning. So that was when I had to start over. You know what I mean? And was able to just bounce back after that. You know what I mean? Start over, new cars, new crib, the whole shit. Just got to start over. So it'd be certain situations that could happen like that to where you could lose 50% of your shit to a significant other. You never know what a motherfucker going through. But I knew how to bounce back because before I ever hustled around, I hustled dope, and dope sell itself. You know what I mean? And I am the dope. So I got back on that goddamn mic and got to spit my motherfucking heart out. Got new record deals, you know what I mean? New albums out and start pushing my line. And, dope sell itself, ran that money back up, start doing other shit like podcasts, radio shows, cannabis, community adventures, what else was I doing? All types of other shit that was outside of just rapping. Merch, of course, just hella merch, getting that popping. Shout out to Tech Nine. They the king of just setting up merch and just running that shit up. There's so many other ways you can make money in this shit besides rapping. I had to figure that shit out. Once I figured it out, I was just able to bounce back and run it back up, But as far as other artists, man, hey, I can't speak on them, That's their issues,
Oh, yeah. So, so how many albums are you out now in the game? How many you got choice?
As far as groups, compilations, and solo albums, it's about like 36, I think. 36, 36 albums.
That's working.
Yeah. That's work, my nigga. That's work, my nigga. That's work, baby. Yeah. Yeah, get it in, man. Look at my discography. My discography is fucking crazy, man. Crazy, man. I get down, man. Period. Definitely. I was dropping like 2 albums a year, literally. At least 2 to 3 albums a year, whether it be a compilation, a group album, or solo album, So, running it up, man. Period.
So, out of
Just
all
for the
those
love.
projects, what record did you do that you like? Man, I don't know about this one, and it shocked you and did super good.
I didn't like Million Dollar Mouthpiece, and just because so a lot of the songs was dated, and the mixing was fucked up. But that album ended up doing cool. I thought that was the wackest album I ever did. Period. But a lot of people like it. You know what I mean? So I really didn't like that one because it wasn't a real group effort. It's when I was leaving rap a lot. I was on strike. You know what I mean? I was on strike for 4 years. So a lot of them songs were like 4 years old. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to give them nothing new. I was pouting. I was mad. I was ready to get the fuck off the record label, period. So, yeah, I gave them a mediocre album, and a lot of people still love that album. So that's one of the albums where I really didn't give a fuck, and it still did what it did.
All right, now which one did you think that, yeah, this is gonna be that one, and then it turned out and didn't do as good as you thought?
Shit. I say, gotta be the second Thug Lords.
Mm-hmm.
Second Thug Lords. I thought that was gonna be out the motherfucking roof. Yeah, I mean, but it wasn't better than the first Thug Lords that me and Steve-O did. That's our group album, the Thug Lords. So we did one. The first one called The Thugs We Trust. The second one was Thug Money. That one didn't perform like the first one. You know what I mean? And that's when we thought we was gonna hit, but that was just put together a lot of old songs that was laying around. We didn't really put the effort that we put into the first album into that album. You know what I mean? But we thought we was gonna get the same results. Us being Sibo and Yukmouth, like just off our fan base, it's gonna do what it do. And nah, they didn't fuck with it like the first one. You know what I mean? Period. So like damn near half, or barely half of what the first one sold. Or so definitely to do what we thought what it was gonna do. That Thug Money did not perform like we would. It still did like 100-something thousand, But I think the first one did like 300, some crazy shit. Like, you know what I mean? No. The first one did 120, I think, and the second one did like 40. So yeah, it was like compared to the first one, you know.
Okay. Somebody just asked, how did you come up with the idea to do the All Out Thug Wars?
All Out War.
All Out War mix.
Basically, I was on strike at Rap a Lot. You know what I mean? This is when I was on strike, the 4 year strike, and before I went on strike, niggas is beefing. You know what I mean? Like really with the Ja Rule, Irv Gotti. I mean, with Irv Gotti, Suge Knight, and Jay Prince was about to start the first black independent distribution label. That's when the feds hit Irv, they hit Rap a Lot, and they hit Death Row at the same time. Took out Death Row, took out Irv Gotti and them, but Jay Prince, Teflon Don, and wasn't able to fuck with him. So with that being said, we felt like, you know, when that 50 Cent, you know what I mean, that everybody was saying he was dry snitching and shit. So that's when we started beefing with G Unit, you know what I mean, because they was, you know, basically whatever alleged that whatever 50 Cent was saying about niggas was getting niggas record labels hit. So boom, we beefing and shit. And Rap a Lot, I'm not putting out no albums. You know, this is when niggas is putting out mixtapes and shit. So something had happened to where I think the Game had dissed me. Yeah, he had made a song called Mill on It. And I think I had recently seen the Game face to face at a Jada Kiss album release party in LA. And I asked him, like, I know there's tension between, you know what I mean, G Unit and Irv Gotti and them. You know, we Rap a Lot, we fuck with Irv and them, you know what I mean? So is we cool? He's like, man, I'm out that shit. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm out that shit too, man. It's, you know, we was both like, that's them. You know what I mean? So like a month later, Game had a song dissing me. Like, yeah, I see you at the club and I punked you and whoop, whoop, whoop. Damn, we was cool at the club. Like I thought I was about to record a song with the nigga or something. So when that happened, I did my reply song called Game Over. You know, that was the first one. I just went hard on everybody. Game, Young Buck, fucking Lloyd Banks, all them niggas went crazy on them niggas. And then me and Gonzo in Detroit. I mean, not Detroit, but we out in DC at the time. Game had did an interview about the whole shit, you know what I mean? And started dissing me on the radio, you know what I mean, after, you know, the response. Mm-hmm. So we got and did the part two, you know what I mean? Me and Gonzo together. So we got in the studio right out there in DC, did the song, next day, shot the video. You know, that's the famous video where we had the Game look alike and all of that. And them two songs started the whole mixtape series, All Out War, to where, fuck it, we doing the whole mixtapes and dissing niggas, man. Period. The whole regime, we about to mob on niggas. So we did All Out War, Volume 1 and Volume 2 and Volume 3. That was just a beef, you know what I mean? A whole, we taking niggas out, period. G Unit, all these niggas, we beefing. Niggas we got a problem with, we going at their helmet. So that was our mixtape series where we was just beefing with G Unit and it's going hard. But it all started from the Game dissing me first. You know, and then it just went on from there, you know. Right. But I say this again, me and the Game is cool as a fan. Everything is cool. Ain't no beef. We just talking about old shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you know, you came from the days of selling out of your trunk. And
facts.
And here we are with the new technology.
Right.
To you, which one it seems harder, this new technology or the old days? And what have you done to keep yourself relevant with learning the new technology?
Well, it's definitely harder with the new technology because if you notice, you got to do 1,400 streams to add to one record sale. Out the trunk, you sell a record, you sold that motherfucker. I ain't had to sell 1,400 copies to sell one. You know what I mean? So that's the game. The game is tricky. You know what I mean? Real tricky with the streaming shit. You're getting pennies on every stream. The shit is way less money, but it's more money because people are streaming more than ever. Nobody buy physical copies no more. So in today's society, you have to stream. But you still got independent gurus like Strange Music who still press up, you know, vinyls and CDs and still run the motherfuckers along with the digital shit. You know, you got old school artists, you know what I mean? The Raekwons and all the type of artists, Wu-Tangs that can sell vinyls and shit You know, Pete Rocks and all these dudes could sell vinyls and shit. MF Dooms, rest in peace. All them type of artists could still sell classic vinyls and run it up. You know, so it's a lane for both streaming and solid. I mean, physical copies. You know what I mean? Period. You know, me personally, I still every time I record, I still do physical copies. You know what I mean? Because it ain't nothing like the excitement of just looking at the album cover, reading the credits, you know what I mean? The artwork and all the shit, that's still exciting. Peeling off the wrapper, pulling out the CD, seeing the artwork, that's still exciting to me. And I know that's still exciting to fans. You know, they need something to sign. You can't sign a stream. You know, you see these fans at concerts, they're going to come with that out. They're not going to come with a stream. You can't sign a stream. So you got to give them something, a collectible. You know what I mean? Even though they can stream it, like, I need this album. This is collectible. And when I see him, I'm going to get it signed. You know what I mean? So you got to give them that collectible, that hardware. You know, whether it's a vinyl or a CD, I still give them that. Posters, all that shit, you know?
For all you youngsters that's tuning in, that's game right there. Y'all need to pay attention.
That's an extra check. You could sell them. You could sell the motherfucking pieces for $20 each. You press up a fucking 1,000, and you just sold at $20, 20,000. Off just pressing up 1,000 copies. You make 20,000, my nigga.
That's facts. That's facts. So tell us, you know, so what do you got going on right now? You know, what records do you have out? You know, anything in the woodworks that we can expect to see from you?
Right now, me and Pete Rock, the legendary Pete Rock, working on an album. It's called Crack Rock. He's doing all the production. I'm rapping on the shit. That should be coming out soon. I'm taking my time with that because I got to be a stellar album. Got my group albums coming out. Me and J Hood, you know what I mean, from Yonkers. We got a group called The Savages. Me and him, we working on our second album. Me and Sebo working on Thug Lords right now. He just sent me some music just now. We about to get our shit going, but we just gonna do an EP this time, a quick little EP. You know, because people fucking attention span is so short. Like, niggas think a 20-song album is doing too much now. I don't know when the fuck that happened. I thought the more music, the better. But nowadays, it's like the more or less music is the better. Shout out to Kanye for putting out that 7-song shit. Now you got everybody thinking that 7 songs is what you need to give, motherfucker. So we still believe in 19, 15, 16 songs, man. So we're going to give it to y'all. But this one, me and Sibo going to do a little 7-song Kanye song album for y'all. Just give y'all straight hot 7-piece. Me and Hood working on our shit. My next solo shit, Elegant Thug. I'm doing that with the Mechanics, and they gonna produce the whole album. Dot and Tweed, you know what I mean? Stellar producers from the Bay Area, you know what I mean? Gonna have them do that whole album. And my last album before I retire is gonna be called The Tribune, man. So I got like 3 more albums before I retire, and 3 more solo albums, and 3 more group albums before I retire. You know, I'm just gonna play the back, you know what I mean, and just help up and coming artists, you know what I mean, and give them the game that I learned in this shit, you know, help them get to the next level. You know, that's what you gotta do, man. Start passing the motherfucking baton to keep this shit going. So do a few more albums and I'm out, you know.
6 more. So we're gonna have everybody. You better grab them. So let me ask you. Let me ask you this one, because you know I asked 40 and I asked Short this same question too. What is your key to longevity, and why is it the Bay Area artists the ones with the longest longevity?
Man, say that again, my nigga. Say that again, man.
Because I'm gonna tell you what I said to Short and 40, but I want to hear what you have to say about that. You know, why is it? What is your key to longevity, and why is it the Bay artists have the longest longevity?
Well, first of all, the Bay, we support our own, you know what I mean? We in our own world, we got our own slang and our own music and our own style. So we cater to us, first of all, you know what I mean? So 40 and Short, they cater to the Bay Area. And then what's popping in the Bay usually is what's popping in the world. But they don't want to give us our credit. You know what I mean? Like, if New York is the mecca of hip hop, the Bay Area is the mecca of the game, where all the game come from, the slang words, the macking and pimping, the hustle and all that shit, the grind, and that shit come from the Bay Area. Gang banging and shit, that culture come from LA. But you want that hustle, that pimping, that game, that ism, that shit come from us. And we steadily keep on implementing that in our shit. Like, we always come up with the new cool. the new cool, period. Like 40 could come up with a word and change the industry. You know what I mean? Too Short could come up with a new album or a new play, change the industry. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Mount Westmore, what they doing with him, Q, Dr. Dre, and 40. That's some game changing shit. You know what I mean? So just tapping in with the youth. You know what I mean? Like being tapped in with the youth. I watch how 40 and them stay young because they keep young people around them, young artists. Too Short stay young because he keep the Mr. Fabs and the young people around him. You know what I mean? To keep his music young. Me, I'm still around regime niggas and young motherfuckers to keep my music youthful and young and to be what it is that to still relate to the youngsters. You know what I mean? And reinvent yourself. I mean, swag. Reinvent yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta change with the times. You know what I mean? Not as far as your vocals and all that shit, but just appearance wise. Like 40 at one time when the dreads was popping, like fuck it, I ain't got no dreads, but I'm thinking about growing some. And really grew some dreads because this is what the young hyphy niggas in the Bay doing. They shaking their dreads and shit. 40, like, I'm making the music, why not grow my dreads? And he really grew some fucking dreads. He changed his image to, you know, appease what is going down at that time. You know what I mean? So being able to switch your image up, you know what I mean? Being able to be game changing, original, innovator. You know what I mean? To make motherfuckers want to copy the things you're doing. That's me. I've always been an innovator. You know what I mean? Come up with the new word, the newest slangs, the newest shit to do, the newest cool shit. So yeah, just being a innovator. You know what I mean? And switching the game up to make motherfuckers want to fuck with you, man. So that's why we're here. And then grind. You don't grind, you don't shine. You gotta keep on working, my nigga. 40 don't stop working. Too Short motto is don't stop rapping. Period. And them niggas exactly, they ain't stop rapping. You stop rapping, you lose your shit. I still rap. I still bust. I still do shit. I'm doing podcasts and shit, interviewing motherfuckers, different benches. Yeah, to stand out there, you know. So yeah, you gotta reinvent yourself, stay out there and stay on all gas, no brakes. Keep your motherfucking foot on the pedal, keep your foot on these niggas' necks, and keep it running up. That's how you have longevity, you know.
Well, what I told them is everything that you just said, basically, because that's one thing I've noticed. They always bring in the next young artist from the Bay. They co-sign them, they put them in the forefront, they give them the spotlight, and they don't worry about ever losing who they are. They haven't
Nah,
changed their style, and they
never
still
change their
compete
style.
with the best.
No matter what young nigga they bring in the game, nigga be like doing all types of shit. Nigga 40 still go, hey, he gonna still be 40. Show gonna still be. I've done it. Still have it. I'm so proud of Short. Short ain't never changed his fucking style since the 80s. And there's been all types of advanced ways to rap that it came out. Show has been show, and he still show. That gotta be saluted. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers have changed their whole style and shit. I done did it. I done changed my style a couple times and had to just go back to how I originally rap. You know what I mean? Like, fuck how these young niggas rap. Let them have their lane. Rap how your fans want you to rap. I couldn't imagine Ice Cube rapping like Bone Thugs and Harmony. I don't see that. So when your fans hear you doing some shit that they don't see you doing, it throws it off. You know what I mean? It throws them off. So yeah, you gotta stay original to your craft. And them two brothers always stayed original. And like you said, put the youngsters on stamp. Don't even get in the way, you know?
Oh yeah. So somebody just sent me a question. They want to know why you haven't worked with Dr. Dre.
Ah man. Shit, you asked Dre that. Yeah, I gotta those type of questions you gotta ask the man. That man is a critical man. You know what I mean? Like when he calls you, he gonna call you. You know what I mean? Period. When he call you, man. So I've worked with Nate Dogg, Corrupt, Daz, Priest. You know what I mean? All the niggas that was there. You know, helping them with the music. I just ain't worked with Dr. Dre yet. You know,
Mm-hmm.
met him a couple occasions, but never worked with him. Never. But that's definitely on the goddamn bucket list before I get up out of here. You know. A lot of my people over there in this camp right now too, so it's not too far fetched, you know.
Oh yeah, we definitely need that collaboration. So let's talk about the record you got with Raz this out.
Yeah, man. Long story longer. Yeah, I mean, me, Raz, Swift McVeigh from D12, MRK, man. This motherfucking album is dope as shit. Just bar spitters. Like, I love getting in the booth with people that really know how to gas, especially Razcast. That dude is a legendary lyricist. Anytime I get in the booth with him, I just gotta step my shit up. It's like sometimes you can be lazy on the mic, you know what I mean, and still kill shit, you know what I mean? Because when you come around these lyrical guys, like goddamn Swifty, he's from D12 and Eminem, like Eminem and D2, them niggas barred up. Razcast, barred up. And MRK, barred the fuck up. He's around Swift and them and Eminem and all that shit. So they all got that same type of style where they chopping and gassing. So it's still sharp and still. You know what I mean? That's what I really would have called this album, Still Sharp and Still, because them dudes motivated me. I motivated them, I hope. You know what I mean? And they got the best out of us, period. Straight up. Group album, man. Long story shorter. I mean, long story longer. You know what I mean? And yeah, dope ass album, man. You know what I mean? The single, Don't Like People Like You, you know what I mean? That motherfucker crazy. There's some ones on that motherfucker that I personally love, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's shit nice. Shit nice, man. Dope as fuck. Lyricist lounge, definitely. If you like lyrics and bars and dope ass beats, check that out.
Okay. So yeah, it's definitely it's I've heard it's definitely a banger, and it's out now, right? Or it come out
Is it?
or no or do it come
I
or
think
come
it come out this month. I don't think it's
yeah.
out yet. I think the single is out, the video. I don't think the whole album is out yet.
Okay.
We're supposed to be doing the album release party later on this month. I think the 18th or something. So I think it come out around then. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Yep,
stay.
yep, yep.
I have to
What you
stay in
say?
town, maybe fly out and come check out this album release party.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the D, man, where they shooting that goddamn BMF at, man. We're gonna be in Detroit, baby. You know?
Okay, the Midwest.
Well, and the good thing about this too, man, what they don't know about the Bay Area and Detroit, man, we like brothers. You know what I mean? Just like Kansas City, that's our second brothers, you know what I mean, with the Bay Area. But Detroit, that's like damn near the only city that really look like Oakland. Like literally, it looked like you driving in West Oakland when you went motherfucking driving down 7 Mile. Literally. It looks just like West Oakland, North Oakland, my nigga. So we relate to them, you know what I mean? Like relate to them heavy. You know what I mean? Period. They like real hustlers out there. They hustle like we hustle in the Bay Area. You know, it's more about that instead of the gang bang culture and all. That's about that bag. And ism, you know what I mean? A lot of pimping going on out there. Remember Dr. Detroit, all that pimp shit they used to go down back in the day. So yeah, it reminds us of, it reminds us of us when we go out there. So we love Detroit, man. So you'll see that Detroit camaraderie with the Bay Area all through this album and with other artists, you know what I mean? You see Be Legit out there a lot, Richie Rich, E40, Too Short, you know what I mean? A lot of Bay Area cats, Filthy Rich, you know what I mean? A lot of Bay Area cats be in the D. You know, that's our second home, definitely, man. So
All right.
that's another reason why we get this out. Because the D and the Bay is connected, straight up. And LA. Shout out Razcast, we connected.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, but I can't let you get out of here without this one right here. I need Yukmouth's top 10 Bay Area Hall of Fame.
You're gonna get me fucked up, man. Nah,
Hey,
it's like what era, bro? Because it's different eras and shit. Like what era?
this is just in all eras. This is your top 10 Hall of Fame.
All right, Pac number one, Mac Dre number two, Short number three, no, Hammer number three, Short number four, 40 number 5. Soldier Mischief as a whole, number 6. Who else? Hold on. Missing some people. Richie Rich, number 7. No, Spice One, number 7. Richie Rich, number 8. Sibo, number 9. And Rap and Rhyme, my nigga. Rap and Rhyme, number 10, my nigga. Period.
Okay.
That's my top.
Okay, you know what I mean? Because
They're gonna be mad.
they really can't be mad because it's hard to really do a Bay top 10 because you know what I mean, man. Y'all got some Bay, because there's so many names that could have been on there.
I just named the legends. You know what I mean? The people that made me want to do what I do. The people I looked up to that made me want to rap. You know what I mean? Like all the names I named is niggas I played in my boombox. You know what I mean? Besides Rap and Run, that was my peer. Souls of Mischief. I played these niggas in my boombox, trying to rap against their real album, trying to out-rap their album on the boombox, like freestyling against them niggas like I'm rapping against them, but I'm rapping against their fucking tape, their cassette tape. You know what I mean? So yeah, people that really sharpen my skills, you know what I mean, that I looked up to in this rap shit. Yeah. Everybody that's Hammer, like Hammer wasn't the motherfucker that took it to a whole nother level from the Bay. 50 million albums sold. Like the best show, you know what I mean, far as performance-wise and shit. You know what I mean? The most money made ever in hip-hop at the time. Over LL Cool J, Run DMC, all of them. They ain't make no money like Hammer. Legendary moves. You know what I mean? So yeah, Hammer definitely. Legendary. Short. Without Short, a lot of this gangster shit wouldn't be going on. You know what I mean? He was the first doing the shit. Cuss words on raps. Niggas was rapping real clean back in the day. Short was the first one with the dirty mouth, my nigga. Period. Made it famous off of that. So these are legendary dudes I'm talking about. Tupac switched the game up. Mac Dre switched the game. E40 and the Click switched the game. I'm talking about legendary niggas that switched the whole Bay up. Period. With their movement. Spice One was the best nigga at the time he came out.
Oh yeah.
Sibo, the Gas Chamber was the dopest nigga. Had that shit on lock. So the niggas I'm naming is official. This ain't no favoritism list. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Hold on, somebody just sent a question. Will there ever be a Yukmouth Kuzo Fly album?
Oh man, we definitely gonna do something. Like matter of fact, Kuzo Fly working on something right now, so I'm all over that. Definitely. As far as we got a Super Friends like compilation that we said we was gonna do, so we gonna get on that. That's the guy. Shout out Kuzo Fly, man. A new addition to the Loonies, definitely.
Well, cool. Well, man, I know you're a busy man, so I ain't gonna hold you any longer. But my business partner, because I run a magazine too, he like let him know that we got to get him over here on the mag side. So
let's do it.
So yeah, so we're gonna get one. We might have to fly out to the Bay to get a full in-depth sit down with you.
I'm in LA, man. Y'all gonna have to come to La Lise.
Oh, well, we come to LA then.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun anyway. LA hella time. You know? Let's do it though. Line it up, man. Good shit, man. Appreciate you, Lucky. Thanks for having me, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Now everybody that's watching, I gotta close this one now so I can save it. Then I'm coming right back on. I got MRK right out immediately after this. As soon as I say this, I'm jumping right back on with him. So if y'all want to come back, make sure y'all come back. I'm doing interviews all night tonight. But I salute you, my brother. You know what I mean?
Long story longer, man. Go get that motherfucker dropping this month, man. You about to have my partner grind hop on this motherfucker MRK, man. Yeah, let's keep this shit going, man. We out this motherfucker. Yukmouth. Yeah, it is. Yada.
All right.
All right.